Welcome to Idea Shall Learn, part 6 of SQL video series. I am Ganesh. In our previous video, we have seen how to create a table. In this video, we will see how to insert and retrieve the data from the table. Employee is the table created in our previous video, and these are all the fields of the employee table. First, let's use the select query to select and see what is present in the table. This is the syntax for the select command. It says select what I need to select. It's the columns I need to select. From where I need to select. It's from the table which I mentioned I need to select. Let's implement it and see what we are getting. Select name, ID, age, gender type from employee table. So this is showing us error. Let me change this from master to I shall. Now I am selecting this and execute it. Now we are seeing in the below result window, name, ID, age and gender type fields are listing, but it does not have any records because we haven't inserted any records. So this is working as expected. So what will happen if I run it from master? Let me change it back to master and we can see the error is populating. Let's execute it. I'm selecting this and executing it. We are getting the error message, invalid object name employee. This is because this query window is now pointing to master database, and the query which we have written here hits the master database and tried retrieving the data from employee table. We know we created the employee table in I shall database and not in master database. And since there is no employee table present in master database, we are getting this error. Now let's again change it back to I shall and let's execute it. Since there is only one query present in the query window, I can execute without selecting it. Let's see that. So I haven't selected any query, but I have clicked execute and it retrieved the same result. Okay, now the table is blank. Let's insert some data. This is the syntax for inserting the data into a table. Insert into table name. The table name we need to specify. Then the columns we need to specify. Then the values to be inserted we need to specify. If I follow the syntax, I can write a query like this. It says insert into employee table and the fields I mentioned, values and the employee details. So Tom of employee ID E1 of age 25 and gender male. Let's insert this record. So I'm selecting this, execute, one row affected. Now the record is inserted. Let's run this select statement and see the record. Okay. So now if we could see, the table has one record inserted and we have retrieved it. This is how we need to insert a record. Now let's insert one more record. Insert into employee values, the Jerry record. So let's execute it. I'm selecting it, execute, one row affected. Let's run the select statement and retrieve the records. Two records are now retrieved. If you see this query, we haven't mentioned the field names, but still we are able to insert it. This is valid only when you are inserting the data for all columns. Now let's insert one more record. This statement is for inserting the record for mini. So I'm selecting this query and executing it. One row affected. Let's select it now. Execute. Yes, we have 3 records retrieved. If you notice, we have the age value as null. This is because we haven't mentioned the age field in our field list. Same way, we haven't specified the age value in the value list. So the key takeaway is, if we are not specifying a field in the insert query, then the value of that column will be null. The most important point is, in whatever the order we are specifying the field list, the same order we need to provide the values. Okay, if you look at the select command, we have specified the columns name, ID, age and gender type. As we are having only 4 columns, it is very easy to specify that in the select list. Let's say we have some 100 columns or even 1000 columns. So in that case, it is not easier to specify all the columns in the select list. And just believe, in real-time scenario, you will find tables having hundreds of fields. So to avoid that manual work, we can write a query like this. Select star from employee. Let's execute it first. After I execute this query, I got the same results. Better we can execute both the queries together. Like this way. I have selected both the queries and executed it. So it returned two result sets. So the first one is belongs to the first query and the second result set is belongs to the second query. If you see both the result sets, they are exactly similar. Here the star denotes all fields. That is, select all fields from my employee table. This is what it tells us. And this is how we need to write select and insert queries. If you find this video useful, I suggest you to share this with your friends and colleagues. Closing it for now. Thank you.